A new Tampa Bay Business Journal hits newsstands today, and editor Alexis Muellner is here to talk about some of the week's big stories. Good Friday morning to you.
Happy Friday to you.
You've got some pretty good news today. A developer has the A La Carte Pavilion under contract right now?
Yeah, David Weekly Homes. We broke the story this week, and they are redeveloping A La Carte Pavilion, which is, if people don't know, it's an event venue that's owned by the Egypt Shriners. It's between Town and Country and Rocky Point. And they're going to redevelop this into sort of a residential. It's unclear exactly what they're going to do. But this creates an interesting thing because in the business community, that's been one of the places to hold events. And I think there's been a bit of a vacuum for the business community about sort of where do we, there's plenty of great event venues and hotels all around Tampa Bay. Very popular. And so it's going to be interesting to see how the business community adjusts to A La Carte not being available.
Yeah, you're going to keep us posted, I'm sure.
I sure will.
All right, this one I can imagine not sitting very well with fans right now. The Bucs are raising season ticket prices for the first time in almost a decade. What's the reason
they're up
behind
about
this?
20%. The least expensive tickets used to be $300 last year, another $400. But for some perspective, the Bucs since 2008 actually lowered season ticket prices about 25%, and they had been sitting at sort of the second lowest in the league. So their perception is that they've had a lot of value, and the prices are going to rise a little bit. In 16, they'll be 22nd out of 32 teams, and they're going through some interesting growth periods. And in order to kind of keep the fan experience where they want it to be, they've got a $100 million renovation coming. So from a business side perspective, they see this as sort of a balanced approach to growing some revenue, but also trying to keep the experience within reach.
Absolutely. Well, it's not always big news when a company adds a woman to its board, but one company's new addition is a sign that maybe businesses are paying more attention to diversity. Right.
We're talking about PGT Industries, which is a window manufacturer, very big employer in Sarasota. They added a woman to their board, Cherie Bargabos, sort of tough last name to pronounce, and I think I just got close, but she was added to the board. They were one of the fewer Tampa Bay companies to have all male boards. Having diversity in your board, and boards provide sort of an outside view for companies. It really, is important perspectives, and it relates to the bottom line. What we're finding in studies is, and there's been a lot of people looking at this, is the more diversity you can have, the more perspectives on a board, companies, it's a direct correlation to improvement on their bottom line. So props to PGT Industries for diversifying its board, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, interesting story.
Thank you.
Lots of interesting stories. Always.
That's what we hope.
Yep, and if you want to check them out, just look for the Money section on our mobile app.